I hope so.
I gotta clean my lenses.
I hope we're live because after the stuff that happened this week, I'm not sure about YouTube's live streaming. Let's see. I gotta get the
Okay, can we just get this straight?
live chat.
This week.
Did I do something wrong already?
Yes, because they were not live streams. They were premieres. Video premieres that we attempted this week on Thursday and Friday, this past week. Felt like we were in, like...
Ray says we're on. We should probably talk to the people.
Yeah, so, well, we are talking to the people on Thursday and Friday this past week. If y'all were with us when we tried to do our video premiere on Thursday and then another one on Friday.
It didn't work too well.
It kind of felt like we were in buffering hell. Like, it was just...
We're in purgatory.
Weird. We're like, is this dial-up modem? What's happening right now? It did not make any sense. I don't know what's happening on the YouTube side.
Maybe that was me not paying my last DSL cable modem bill from 1998.
It couldn't have had anything to do. I mean, it's not on your server. It's on YouTube's server, so something was happening on their side.
And it looks like things are going okay so far. So it's a new week.
Good. It's as long as they can hear and see us, then
it's a new day, y'all.
And we can see what they're typing to us. Hi, everybody.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, we got our friends here. Bruce is here, and Leffe, and Arrow, and Brown is still keeping it brown.
Keeping
all
it
right.
Brown. Excellent.
Heidi is here, and Tom, and Andrew, and look at that. Thomas is here from Germany. Alex and Bill. Okay, and Ray is here. Wonderful.
Hi, everybody.
And yeah, Split Image is here too. I can't forget Split.
Excellent.
Soggy Tom is here.
Soggy Tom, hello. Tazu in Miami, Florida.
All of our friends are
here. Are y'all doing okay
making
Making
me feel worthy.
I have concerns for our friends down that way.
Dan is saying, speaking of Purgatory, it's a good one to review from Iron Maiden. I bet Iron Maiden has a song called Purgatory.
Of course they do.
Of course they do. We should put that on the list.
Yes, we should.
It has been
good afternoon to you. Sorry, go ahead.
It has been a good week, and we're back home after a long morning, and we're ready to chat and hang out with y'all.
Leffe says, thanks for the great live chat yesterday.
That was fun.
Leffe is referring to our Council of Doug's and Doug's Angels. Twice a month we do a Zoom hangout with them. It's usually like 2 hours, sometimes more long, just hanging out, talking about stuff that's coming up, things that are going on, videos
we had a lively discussion. We had a lively discussion about AI and technology and music and where the humanity is elevated and where the humanity is sort of delegated and how to handle that and what we think about it. It was a really fascinating and interesting conversation.
I had a lot of thoughts about it, but I kept quiet in the moment because I wanted to let everybody else
I wanted to hear what everybody else had to say.
I really did. I wanted to hear what everybody else had to say, but I have thoughts as an orchestral musician. I won't get into it.
Yeah, Sean Bean is noticing the background here. I'll tell you why I had a whole bunch of these out. So actually, I shouldn't lift that up. Megan's just getting out of the way. That's fine. We got Thick as a Brick. We've got some King Crimson. We've got some ELP. Some Gentle Giant. There's Seconds Out. Some Beatles there. Return to Forever. Some Pink Floyd, and as always, some of our favorites up on the wall. I had a specific reason for having all of those out, and I'll tell you about it in a minute.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you. Split says he's got all day. All right, Split. It's me and you. We'll hang out. Let's talk about last week first, friends. I made it through the week. I did okay. I did all my stuff, and part of the reason why I'm saying I made it through is because I started off with Meshuggah.
He was a little guy.
And I think I was a bit Meshuggah'd for a while. And it was an intense tune, a really intense song. But I wasn't as big a fan of the vocals, but I really was quite taken with the percussion and how just unbelievably complex what he was playing, especially with his feet, was during that one.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's see. Chairman of Oats is asking, what's my favorite prog band so far? My favorite prog band. You know, I keep. I'll give you my
I think
top.
you go back and forth between.
I'll give you my top 3.
I think it depends on the day.
How about that? I'll give you my top 3. As far as ones that are kind of
Excuse me.
still doing their thing and active, Big Train and Marillion. I love those bands. I absolutely love those bands, and I had no idea that they existed before I started doing this. As far as your classic prog bands, it's got to be Yes. Just the stuff that they were doing in the mid 70s. Yeah, Genesis is great, y'all, and I love Genesis, but I've got to put Yes ahead of them just for my own sensibilities. And Megan's got the Daily Doug mug out. I made some tea. Are you drinking some of my tea?
I am, because
we
I
can
need
share.
to for my throaty.
We can share. So I love those bands. So that's a good question. It's hard to pick a favorite, but I'm telling you, friends, if you haven't listened to Big Train, give them a shot. They are worthy. They are really worthy, and yeah, I love those guys.
Ray says, I knew Marillion would come up.
Yeah. I've got Marillion. Their latest one, An Hour Before It's Dark, is on my turntable often. So
I'm laughing at Split Images.
I know, Lewis.
Response to that question: be careful now. ...
Yeah, it's hard to because any band I don't say is going to piss off fans from that band.
You're like, what about this? Yeah.
I would love more Marillion on the channel too, Luis. I tend to downplay the ones that I'm really into so that I can keep going on the bands that I don't know as much.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a double-edged sword. Yay, I love this band. They probably won't show up a whole lot on the channel because I'm listening to their stuff offline.
Yeah.
You know, and so there you go. Cool. Let's see. We did Meshuggah last week. Then we did Alice in Chains, Down in a Hole, the MTV unplugged version.
And that version of it.
What a tune that was.
Yeah.
It's already one of my favorite episodes from like the last several months.
Yeah.
And there might be more Alice in Chains coming up because their album Dirt is in a really hard-fought neck-and-neck poll with some other albums for our next EPL.
Metallica.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, for our
friends.
next extended play lounge.
We'll
have updates on that soon.
On Thursday, it was The Doors. The first time for The Doors on the channel with their song The Soft Parade. I was being preached to by Jim Morrison, and I feel the spirit, y'all. Jim is so charismatic, and it was a really interesting tune to hear from The Doors. We'll have more Doors coming up before too long, y'all. And then we finished out the week with side 1 from Signals.
Loved
that one.
It's a great album.
Yeah. We did side 1 from Signals.
Awesome.
We'll do side 2 next month. And I forgot. Thank you, Arrow. On Tuesday, I did a behind the score where I was taking everybody through my own work, my own piece that I am writing in progress, right? So I've got some stuff happening. I haven't finished it yet, but I talked through a little bit of process, how I started to come up with ideas and how to start maneuvering and putting them in together. So thanks to Arrow for bringing that up. If you want to take a look at that, it is available on our Patreon. We're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see.
So we need to talk about next week and what's coming up.
Mark is asking if there will be a...
Yeah, I kind of wanted to skip over that question.
No, do you want me to write you a horn solo?
That's why I wanted to skip over that question.
We'll see. I may not. I don't know if I don't currently plan to have brass included in it. I think I'm just going to stick with a pretty standard prog thing. We've got your drummer and your bass, guitar player or two, keyboard player or two, Don't say sorry. It's just
Oh no, it's
one of
no,
those
it's
things.
fine. No, it's okay. It's okay, Mark. No worries. No worries.
Prathamesh is asking, are we going to react to more Indian songs? I plan to.
Yes.
I plan to. We just
Yes.
have got so
Soon.
much stuff in the queue. I'm trying to find a spot for the next
Soon,
one.
though. Yeah.
If you have a suggestion, email it to us at itsthedailydug@gmail.com.
Or if you have, like a real banger that you think is one that like this is one that's gonna do really well for you, and I really think that it's the right one for you to do. Let us know here in the chat, and I'll capture it.
Sounds good. They're wanting me to play some Mellotron. I'm looking forward to getting a Mellotron in our DAW that I can work with. Okay. Let's see. Brownfinger is waiting on the Brown movement. Well, I think I handled that earlier this morning.
Oh, for crying out loud! That's just not necessary.
Just need to wave the white flag this time. Okay.
I can't take you anywhere.
We're having a good time. No,
take you
we're on
anywhere.
the internet. Nobody can see us. It's fine.
Nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching. Come on. Come on. Bruce, by the way, I see Bruce's
my gosh.
note there. I have, did I put it over here? Maybe I didn't. It may be underneath that.
Looking for
The DVD that came in. Well, I got it. Bruce sent us a DVD underneath that box, maybe. You may have to move. Sorry. I was throwing stuff around. Yeah, there it is. I was throwing stuff around as we were getting ready. It came. A symphonic Kiss
Awesome.
DVD. I'm gonna enjoy that. Put it on. We got Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and bonus features. Check it out. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Coming up this week.
We are all family here.
It's gonna be. Hey, Leve's here.
Hey.
And
for Pedro.
And Pedro
Hello.
is here as well. Rock on. Bruce sent this to me. It's a used copy. He says it's hard to find brand new ones. We'll see if it plays. It's gonna be fun. All right.
See if it plays.
Yeah, I mean,
It'll play.
it'll play.
Yeah.
So, I have a week for y'all coming up. Bruce says the orchestra is in makeup. If they got a viola player to put Kiss makeup on, I gotta watch that. Because
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. So, hugs, Pedro. Good to see you. Okay, let's talk about what's coming up this week. I have a week planned for y'all. I'm excited about it. We're gonna start off with Epica. I got this LP from our friend Jim a few months ago.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting to kind of dig into it. It's called Design Your Universe. And we're going to take a listen to the title track, Design Your Universe, from Epica, and I'm looking forward to that. I think we've done a song of theirs before, but I don't think we've done this one like by themselves, maybe in a long time. So I will be eager to do some Epica on Metal Monday this week. Louise says it's great, and that one comes to us from our friend Jim, who has requested that for us. And on Tuesday, we're going to do our fan favorites. And this is going to be a big time. I got to bring up the I forgot to bring that up. I got to figure out which ones I am doing on fan favorites. Y'all, it's going to be a listen and a half. Because this is going to be songs from our master list. So what I did was take a look at songs that have been on our list for a while, that have been waiting their turn. And so I put up 18 songs, and we voted on all of them, and I'm going to do 7 of these in the countdown. And it's going to be Ace of Wands from Steve Hackett, Ashes Are Burning from Renaissance, 50-50 from Frank Zappa, Nothing at All from Gentle Giant, a new one from Peter Gabriel, Panopticon. We're going to do Cosmic Messenger by Jean-Luc Ponty, and Gary Moore's Still Got the Blues. That's going to be an awesome listen. I'm looking forward to doing that either on Monday or Tuesday. I'll release it as soon as I can for the Patreon folks, and that'll be our big-time fan favorites at the end of the month, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
I am too.
So, Also, yeah, Split Image. I think I've heard the Cosmic Messenger like once before, and I was blown away by it. And so I wanted to take a listen again and remind myself of how it sounds and what makes it tick.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really looking forward to that fan favorites. But here's the other thing. That's going on Patreon on Tuesday. Here on YouTube, I have a special interview that is going to be released to the public.
On
Y'all,
Tuesday.
I got a chance to talk with Marty O'Donnell. Martin O'Donnell, the American composer extraordinaire, mainly known for his work with Halo, but other games as well. He's done a lot of game soundtracks.
Yeah.
He and I chatted for about an hour on Thursday this past week, and I've got the interview ready to go, and I am just eager to share it with you all. We get into the Halo stuff and the gaming stuff, and we talk quite a bit about his other interests. I had all of these albums out because guess what? He's a prog fan. He started off wanting to be a prog, composer and in a prog band.
He did some prog.
Yeah, he had his own prog band in
prog
the early to
compositions and
mid
stuff.
'70s,
Yeah.
and so he said, "Oh, look at that! You got some King Crimson." And he was telling them all to me.
Yeah.
And it was just so much fun to talk with him. We got into the weeds a little bit on composing, but it's going to be great for us to share with all of y'all just some of the stuff that we were talking about, what makes him tick. I talked a lot with him about getting to work with Paul McCartney writing a piece, and it's just wonderful. So I'm going to release that episode with Martin O'Donnell on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday I'm going to react to some of his music.
Yeah.
Y'all, I think I'm gonna react to the Halo theme and talk you through it. I listened to enough of it to realize that there was Gregorian chant in it, and what key it was in, and kind of like how he was modally doing that. But I haven't heard the rest of it. I only listened to like the first 4 phrases, and then had enough to then talk with him about how it worked.
Okay.
I haven't heard the rest of it.
You didn't want to.
I didn't want to spoil it too much, you know? And so we're going to break down some Halo themes on Wednesday and do kind of a 2-day voyage into the music of Martin O'Donnell. I'm looking forward to all of that.
Same.
Let's see. Am I missing anything from y'all? Leffe, who is Ludwig Göransson? He's the composer that wrote the new score for Oppenheimer. Yep, I got it right. Yeah, I will. That's a good idea.
I feel like we're probably not pronouncing his.
I
name
probably am
correctly.
completely mispronouncing.
I don't think I know how to pronounce it either.
Yeah, Ray is saying that I showed them some excerpts of the Martin interview yesterday.
Good.
Just to get their.
Did you?
I wetted their whistle.
Wet their whistle?
Yeah. It's going to be wonderful. So let's see. That's Wednesday. On Thursday, it's our last guest DJ of the month, and it's Alastair. I believe Alastair is on with us today.
Good.
And Alastair has selected a song from a band called Threshold, and I didn't know them before this.
I was going to say, I'm not familiar with them.
They are
either.
a prog metal band from the UK.
Sweet.
And a little.
I've heard those of y'all who hang out in Daily Doug Radio over on our Discord, I feel like you've played Threshold for me. I could be wrong about that.
Not sure.
But maybe I've heard some Threshold. Anyway, I'm sorry. Please
They're
continue.
from the UK, and they're like prog and metal. But from what I heard, I have already recorded the episode, so it's going to be ready to go on Thursday. They felt like a little more prog than they did metal, but there's some metal there, and I quite enjoyed it. It was a really nice song called "The Man Who Saw Through Time," and it's from a relatively recent album. So we got a relatively recent tune to work with. Hey, Hugh Davies is here.
Hey, no worries.
Alastair is saying
Hugh
thanks
will
for
be-
doing this one.
Yeah, awesome.
I love great music. I love science fiction.
Nice.
The Man Who Saw Through Time is a great way to combine both of these
Oh, that's
loves for me,
exciting.
plus a great message at the end.
You like that? Oh my gosh, that's right up your alley.
It was
Doug.
quite enjoyable, for sure.
Nice.
So that's going to be on Thursday.
You've already recorded it.
Yep, I
Cool.
recorded it, I think, on Friday.
Okay.
Just as I was working ahead for this week.
That's right up your alley then.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I quite enjoyed it. And so...
Did you talk about the science fiction aspect?
They're just going to have to wait and hear.
Did you talk?
They got to tune into the episode.
Talk about the great message at the end?
I'm sure that I did. I'm sure that I was attentive to
good.
what they were up to.
Good.
James is asking about more Pink Floyd music coming up soon. Not this week, but I think next week we'll have another one from Pink Floyd. On Friday, y'all, here's the thing. I have a couple of things happening.
Yeah.
One, I got called into jury duty, and it starts on Friday. So I'm going to have about a week of unsure schedule because I'm not...
Will we get called in on the first day or not?
Yeah.
If
They've
not,
told me,
then will he on Tuesday?
They've
or
told
Wednesday,
me to be prepared for up to a week of
5 business days.
of stuff. So
could be more if you actually get picked
could
for.
be. You never know.
jury.
But I've got that on the
Judge
brain.
Doug.
Judge Doug. It's also
that's funny.
kind of the last weekend of summer, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. It's going to be Labor Day weekend coming up.
Like kind of the last, the last, Labor Day weekend is the big, we're closing out summer this weekend.
Yeah, like
and
out
turning
here
towards fall.
Out here on the East Coast, most schools don't start until after Labor Day, and so it's like the last hurrah of summer. And I recently recorded an entire album reaction to Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
And I have permission from our patrons, especially the Council of Dougs, because it's relatively recent.
Yeah.
I normally don't release one of these to YouTube so soon, but
usually wait.
It's a summery sounding, beautiful record, and I thought
Beach Boys. Beach Boys are synonymous with summer.
Let's throw a big party for the end of summer by listening to Pet Sounds together. So that's going to be on Friday, y'all, and that's the week. How
awesome.
About this for a week? We've got.
Oh, James, thank you.
What's up, James?
Thank you so much. Really appreciate the super chat from you. Thank you.
So we've got Epica. We've got a Martin O'Donnell interview. We've got some Halo music. We've got Threshold, some prog metal, and then we've got some Beach Boys back from the mid to late '60s. And
love it.
What a week that is! It's going to be just wonderful. Guitar
awesome.
Channel is saying an incredible production. Pet Sounds is. I had only heard God Only Knows and Wouldn't It Be Nice, and that one. That's the only two songs that I had heard off that album.
I still think that you somewhere along the line have heard Sloop John B, but you just didn't take it in, it didn't stick in your head.
I probably
I'm
have.
certain you've heard it before,
but it didn't sound familiar.
Didn't sound familiar to you.
Yeah.
In the moment, I guarantee you've heard it before though. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to avoid that.
Here, Leffy, yeah, I need to wear pants if I go to jury duty, so I got to do laundry before that. Yeah, you're right.
No twerking during the jury
duty. A couple people have been saying they need to get back to Therion. I remember really liking their stuff, and I haven't done any more of it.
Yeah.
Therion. I need to go over here, and I'm going to, click there, and I'm going to type in Therion. There we go. Aquamist is asking if I've seen some of the Dark Side of the Moon Redux by Roger Waters.
I've heard the one. I don't remember which tune it was.
I've
heard one.
I've heard one.
Song.
I listened to, I think Time came out recently, and I listened to it. It's interesting.
Very interesting.
I think I like the original better.
Yeah.
So far. But it's an interesting thing to go back to a classic thing and try to update it or do a new version of it. I'm gonna see. I may dive into the whole thing at some point, but I think I've heard Time. And
this
that's
actually brings to mind a question. I don't know if you saw I tagged you in a comment on an Instagram post with someone asking if you ever go back and rework pieces that you've written. Do you ever revisit and like rework or update? Like so the person
Not often.
So the person whose post I tagged you on, they had written a piece and they had the ending one way, and they were like, the ending is fine, but they wanted to change and update and like polish that and do something different and make it. They felt a lot better about the second version of it versus the original version of it, and so I thought I would ask you if you ever do that.
Not often. I'm just writing this down, Peter.
Hey, Peter, thank you so much for the super chat. That's awesome.
The Analogs. Is that a group or a song? Not sure, but I have it written down. No, the reason... Oh, it's a group, they say. Okay, cool.
Okay.
When I write a piece, I finish a piece, it typically... Once I decide that it's going to be done, I might end up editing something like after the first performance.
Oh, sure, that makes sense.
If something just wasn't working right before it gets published, but once it gets...
Or if you're with the choir when they're rehearsing it and something wonky happens, or I want to fix that chord or rework this passage, then that stuff might happen.
Yeah.
Okay, but once the finished product is finished...
Because the piece lives in the time period and in the context that was present when I wrote it. So like reopening the thing and going back through it, it's tricky because you're a different person, later on, and you might have a different idea. You could always write a new piece, right? So that's especially with classical things. Once they get done once, it's hard to go back and untangle it and rework it.
Well, one thing that comes to mind, and in the case of our friend whose post on Instagram, or maybe it was a reel, and they reworked the ending of their piece. It's former student from Westminster who is still in grad school now, so it brings to mind for me when you talked with me, you told me before about when you composed your Ave Maria, which you started when you were in high school, college. You started it when you were in college, but I remember you telling me that there were several different iterations of it. That it started off like this, and then you went in and reworked it, and then you went in and reworked it. Yes.
Yeah, but
they were never finished products. They were.
Yeah, I was in that piece particularly. I was in college when I was writing it, and I was learning new things on a weekly basis, and so I started throwing in all of these things. Well, this phrase has to have a Neapolitan in it. The next phrase needs to have a German odd minute sixth chord in it. And then I need to do a chromatic third modulation. And the pieces didn't make any sense because it was just kind of a theory exercise. And so I kind of trashed it all and then wrote it again. And that's when it was better.
Actually,
right?
D flat major is Doug's favorite key, I think.
What are they saying?
D flat minor is your favorite key. I think
D flat minor is a lovely key. I would normally think of it as C sharp because an F flat
But I think
nobody wants F flats.
I've played.
But C sharp minor.
I've played them.
C sharp minor.
Minor.
It's a lovely key.
But I think that for you, D flat major is your
D flat's my
favorite. Yes.
D flat's my favorite major key. I do believe.
Also, Peter, scroll up just a touch because it's going to leave the screen in a moment. Talking about, I think, the Analogs. A band, they play full Beatles albums live that the Beatles themselves never performed live, like Abbey Road, White Album, Magical Mystery Tour. That's interesting. I'm very intrigued by that.
Might have to look them up for my Sunday afternoon listening.
I'm very
Sounds
intrigued
lovely.
by that.
Yes, we do, Arrow. We have a music club event later today. What time does that start, Chad? What time does that start?
I can look it up.
Cool.
They'll probably tell you in a moment.
Okay. Spinal Tap. We should do like a listen to or a group watch to Spinal Tap. That's
You know
one
what I
I've
think
that's
would
one
be-
I've actually seen.
You have seen it.
Yeah. Ray
Oh,
says
okay.
4 p.m. Got it. Thank you,
4
Ray.
p.m.
4 on the East Coast.
And hang on. Which one is today? Is it Focus?
No, it's the other one.
Okay.
Um,
Jethro Tull? Is that what's today?
Is it?
I
Which
don't
one
know.
is it?
I gotta look. Hold on.
I don't think so.
Oh no.
I don't think it's that one.
No.
Christian.
Okay, I'm looking. Hold on.
Yeah, that's it. Christian.
Oh,
Nesmith.
got it. Christian Nesmith. Is it Sir? How do you say that? Is it Circe? C-I-R-C-E? Link?
I don't know.
Cosmologica.
There he is. Arrow
I
has
don't know it.
it. Is that
There
Mike?
it is. It's in the chat.
He's related to Mike Nesmith, I think. Is that right?
Okay.
Related to the monkeys. Hey, hey, with the monkeys.
That's interesting. So that's at 4 p.m. Eastern today. Over on.
I'm sorry. Christian is a lady. I think Ray is reminding me.
See, clearly we don't know.
We don't know.
That is why.
That's why we
these
go to the
clubs
music
are
club,
important.
so that we can learn.
Exactly.
That's all.
I love
That's
it.
specifically on our Discord.
That is on our Discord.
Friends.
If you are interested in being part of that music club on our Discord today, you can. And if you're not already a patron, you can go on our Patreon. I'm sure Arrow will put the link in the chat momentarily.
Peter T is presenting.
Oh, it's Peter T presenting. Fantastic.
Wonderful.
You can go on our Patreon, which is patreon.com/Doug Helvering. And you can join at any of our tiers.
Arrow's
There's a
got
$2 per. Thank you for putting the link in
Rock and roll.
Yeah, you can join any one of the tiers, the $2 per month level, $5 per month level.
Any tier gets you access to the
or
Discord.
$50. All of it gets you access to our Discord. So, yeah.
I believe we did, Ray. Ray's talking about some Kevin Gilbert in Music Club.
Yeah.
I believe that's true. Yeah. Ariokachi is gonna ruin it for us. They say YouTube is acting well today. We're
Knock on wood.
We're knocking on something.
Knock on wood.
Make sure that it stays the way that it should.
Yes.
So once again, here's what we're up to this week. We're gonna start with Epica, a song called "Design Your Universe," title track from this LP that I have here.
Fantastic.
On Tuesday, a special Tuesday edition. An interview with Martin O'Donnell, a gaming composer, and then we're going to do the Halo theme that he wrote. We're going to break that down on Wednesday. We've got Threshold with The Man Who Saw Through Time from guest DJ Alastair on Thursday, and then we're going to finish out the week with the Pet Sounds album from the Beach Boys, and I'm just excited as shit about it, y'all. It's gonna be great.
Before we end things today, I want to
What are we up to?
I wanted to mention that there is a wonderful new. Wait, we'll go here to find it. New Aphoria video that just came out like about an hour and a half ago. It is the image used in the video is beautiful in and of itself, which is like a rocky
it's like a shoreline.
shoreline.
Oh, nice.
And what you hear is
I'm sure they can pick that up well.
I don't know if you can hear it or not, but
Just shoreline sounds.
shoreline sounds like gentle.
If you wanna go to the
gentle
beach.
waves lapping up on a rocky
Yep.
shoreline, and it is magical. I know there are a lot of people out there who like to fall asleep to the sound of like waves, ocean waves, or like to have something like that on when you're working or studying or whatever. So I highly recommend.
It's
I'm gonna
lovely.
grab the link for this and
in.
put it in the chat because
It's like going to the beach and not getting sand in your shoe.
I think you will.
Best of everything.
I think y'all will absolutely enjoy it. It's really beautiful. So I'm going to put that here.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, that's the same channel that put out my my meditations album, and it's going to be. I think you might take a nap to that this afternoon.
Abso-friggin-lutely, I will.
Woo! Yeah, Stephen Charlton is near the. I don't up in Orkney. You're never too far from the beach, are you, Stephen? I have to come visit up there in Orkney. If I ever get to Scotland, I'll try to come all the way.
Oh
up.
my God! Yeah, you can count on that.
Wonderful. So we've got a music club this afternoon, and then we've got a whole bunch of great stuff coming up this week. I think it's time to maybe go get some lunch,
I like that idea.
And get to work. Because I got to get going because I may have to record a couple of episodes ahead if I get dialed into jury duty. You know, if I tell the judge that I'm an internet personality, then I'll for sure get just struck from the jury because, you know, internet personalities don't have any credibility, right? It's like, hey, what do you do? I tell people what I think on the internet. No, we don't want him. We don't want him on the. Maybe that's how I get out of jury duty.
Oh, yay, Brownfinger, thank you. Brownfinger says they meditate 30 minutes each day. So we're going to give it the Aphoria video a try.
Those Aphoria videos are great
hugely
for meditating.
Thank you.
For
Hugely thank you. So much.
Yeah.
John makes pretty much all of our Aphoria videos, and so he's so good at it. And we right now we use static images. We are working towards being able to make and create our own moving images.
Working on it.
We're working on. There's still some. We got a lot of new tricks coming down the road from Aphoria in the hopefully not too distant future.
No,
so stay tuned.
No guitar channel. I'm just there to be a little pettit juror. That's all. I don't think it's going to be a grand.
Yeah.
I'm not on the grand jury. No worries. The thing that I was looking at though, good luck to Steven. He's going to be starting piano lessons.
Oh, that's great.
This week. So
have fun with that.
Good luck with your piano.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm excited for
Leffe
you.
has the right idea. If I just wear the Freddie Mercury jacket to jury duty,
That's funny.
they're not going to know what hit them.
That's funny.
That's right.
Do you know, I was thinking
Thanks, Schultze.
the nice thing about you doing jury duty is you'll be able to park, I'm guessing, in that parking garage there. It's a different experience in this county versus where the one we previously were in, where like you had to park in the parking lot at the place and then be bussed over.
Yeah. Yeah, you had to go to jury duty in Trenton, and it was a whole thing. I'm going to be in a different spot. I'll bring my shaker,
I didn't
right?
mind it though. I found a really good place. I found a really good place to have lunch.
They start lying or something, and like, boo. You do that from the jury box.
I found a really good place in Trenton to have lunch when I was doing jury duty there. So honestly, it was a pretty good experience overall. It was very interesting.
Arrow and Leffe are looking out for me. They want me to make sure that I wear pants when I go outside. These are my people. They're looking out for me. They're looking out for me. One more time.
I feel like we've carried the pants joke about as far as it's gonna go. It is funny though. I get it. It is funny.
Pants, bucket.
Pedro says to bring the bucket.
We're all just 12-year-olds at heart. Come on. That's part of what keeps us young.
It's funny. It's fun humor. I agree with you. I agree.
Oh man, if I walked over there with a holy bucket shirt on and not much else, I don't think I'm
saying go in with your mug in hand and your holy bucket shirt and do some free advertising for
and just start going C minor, G minor, F major, and they'll be going, this guy is nuts. Let's get him out of there.
He's disruptive.
Right. I think now that we're talking about the bucket and the pants and the jacket, I think that we have hit all of the things that we need to hit today. So
if y'all are interested in any of the Daily Doug merch, by the way,
we need to get a new shirt up there, a new design.
We're working on that too.
Yeah.
So, but you can while you're here on Doug's YouTube channel, click on the store tab, and you can. They'll take you over. I love this mug so much because the size is.
It's just right.
It's awesome.
Bill C's got it right. My Prague album title is going to be Buckets of the Holy. I'm just going to leave that there.
I have no comment.
Yeah. Ray, we've got some shirt ideas. I just need to go back to it. Yeah, I should do like Judge Doug. I don't know.
The bucket remains the same. I like that, Soggy Tom. We like over time over on Discord, we had like different shirt or merch ideas, and I tried to go back through and do kind of a search. Like I tried to use a couple of different search terms, and I did find some things, but I feel like I didn't hit or find all of them. So I don't know. We need to have like I don't think we need to create a thread, like maybe off of general chat or something, or you know, or pics and videos, whatever. See, now we're okay. So Master of Bucket, Stairway to Bucket. Music is a non-contact sport.
I like that.
I like that.
I've said that before.
You have said that before.
Yeah.
Buckets, tongues, and
what's up, Mita? Good to see you.
Oh my gosh.
One more time.
What are you saying what's up to?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, Mita. Oh. From Connecticut.
One
just
more time.
Just up the way from us.
Here's what we're up to this week. Epica, Design Your Universe. That's going to be our Monday Metal edition. On Tuesday, I plan to do the fan favorites on Patreon on Tuesday or Wednesday. Depends on how things go. But on Tuesday here on YouTube, a special episode with Martin O'Donnell. So I've got an interview with the gaming composer extraordinaire. Y'all are gonna love this interview. It's one of my favorites that I've done. He's a wonderful storyteller, and it's a great conversation. And then on Wednesday, I'm following that up by listening to some of Martin's music. We're going to look at some Halo themes. Maybe just one, maybe more than one. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Excited for that.
Thursday is our last guest DJ episode of the month, and it's Alastair. They're give these people a bone, and they're just going for it, aren't they?
My bucket list. We could do something with that. That'd be cute. Have a photo of the bucket. The lamb lies down in the bucket. The bucket lies down on Broadway.
Y'all are hysterical. Alastair on Thursday is bringing us The Man Who Saw Through Time from the band Threshold. Awesome. And then we're finishing it out on Friday. The Friday of Labor Day weekend, we're going to listen to Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. Yeah. We're going to send out the summer in style. And then we'll keep going as we get into September. And we've got most of September already mapped out. We've got a little bit of room for maneuvering as I'm looking at it here, but we're going to have a great month again. We're planning to keep rocking and rolling, friends. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with us here on Sunday, as we normally are here each Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern. We do our best to be here most days or most weeks. What do you got?
Before we're completely done, I just wanted to comment on Soggy Tom's fan favorites theme, My Bucket List. And I'm thinking of not really a variation of that, but it got me thinking. I think a neat fan favorites idea would be like the one the one song or the one piece
Yeah.
of music you would want with you if you're stuck on a deserted island or what have you. Yeah.
So that's kind of what we did for the 12 songs of Dougmas at the end of the year. We kind of say, okay, if I'm going to do one for you and it's going to be like a Christmas gift or a seasonal gift, and you're like, I would love for Doug to do this song above
if Doug
all else.
did this song,
Yeah.
that would be a great Christmas gift from Doug to me.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
a bucket list item sort of thing. So
Yeah.
it's similar that way. And we'll do that again at the end of the year this year as well.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Ray, I do think we've reached the bottom. So I think we're going to exit while we're here on the bottom floor. I think that's a good idea. I will try to make it back for our music club this afternoon. And we'll see what it is in store for us this week. But I'm looking forward to getting into all of this music. Let's see. Threshold is a new band for me. I haven't done Halo before. And I think we've done Epica before, but most of Pet Sounds was new for me as well. So a lot of great stuff coming up this week. I think that is all for us, and we will see you soon, friends.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks for spending some time with us.
Thanks, everybody.
Hope you have a great day.
Yeah.
And we'll see you along the way.
Y'all be safe and be kind to each other out there in the
Yeah.
world.
Excellent. So do we know how to turn this off this time?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
do
gotta make sure.
you? Figure it out.
Is it down here? I don't know how to do this.